Hello and welcome back to Toto's Tales. First of all, before we start this video, a massive thank you for all the support. Since the channel's launch a few days ago, it has been insane how well received everything's been, how just generally supportive everyone has been. So massive thank you. It definitely helps me be inspired to make loads of content because you guys seem to be enjoying it. Additionally, those plants there are a sneak preview into a new video that's coming up, so stay tuned for that. But I am joined by my favourite little guy who is in the most amount of light ever, apparently. Rex is here to help me because this video, as you can tell by the title, is debunking some myths that people have about snakes. Either people who have never had reptiles at all, or some people who have reptiles but just have never had snakes. Rex is fully wrapping himself round my hand. He seems very energetic. And that actually perfectly segues us into the first myth, because Rex is in my hand right now, and a lot of people who don't have snakes or have never had any encounters with snakes will often assume that snakes are slimy. Slimy and or wet generally, but no, snakes are not wet at all. Amphibians are. If you had a toad, a frog, salamander or something like that, they would be wet, they would be slimy. However, snakes are completely dry. Rex and ball pythons generally feel incredibly soft. They feel like velvet in a lot of instances. Corn snakes I have always compared to feeling like a basketball. They're a bit rougher in that sense. However, oh sorry, I've very much upset him there. However, no. They are not slimy, not wet at all. There's no hi, yes, I'm speaking about you. Not at all. So you don't need to worry about that. Next up, we have two back-to-back that are more me being pedantic than being wrong. The first is, oh, that snake's really aggressive. Now, there's no such thing as an aggressive snake. There are defensive snakes. And it's really important that there is a distinction made between the two, because aggression infers that there's intent behind the movement and the actions. Aggression makes it sound like the snake knows what it's doing and wants to attack. That's not a thing in snakes. Snakes may become defensive and as a result put themselves in a body position like a tight S, bite at you, strike generally, and we as humans will take that as aggression, but it's not. It's purely defensive because all they're saying is, do not eat me, because they don't have any understanding of what we want to do with them. Myth number 3 is again sticking with pedantry, as you will hear a lot of people say that, oh, that rattlesnake, that's poisonous. That's a poisonous snake. That cottonmouth over there, don't go near that, it's poisonous. Nope, there is no such thing as a poisonous snake. There is such a thing as venomous snakes, but there's a difference between poison and venom. Rex just makes his way down my arm and is about to bring his tail all the way round. I have no idea what he's doing. He's loving life though. Venom is injected into you, which is how, if you were bitten by a venomous snake, you would get that poison into you. However, poisonous, that's when you eat something. And it doesn't matter what snake you eat, you're not going to get poisoned from eating it. You probably become very ill, but to be honest, that's not how the snake will view it, because the snake's lost that battle. So, snakes are venomous, not poisonous. He's just fully stretching out now. He's on my elbow and he's like, right, where else can I go here? Myth number 4 is a bit of a unique one, a strange one, and it's maybe not heard as commonly unless you're in an area with snakes, but it's that snakes will chase humans when they are in the wild. That is not the case at all. Again, much like the aggression versus defensive behaviour we were speaking about earlier, humans will misinterpret what a snake is doing for chasing them. Because, say if you encounter a snake in the wild, and you're in its area, and it is in front of you, and you run, the snake might not be intelligent enough to know where you are in relation to it, so thinks that the best way of escaping is forwards, and just coincidentally, forwards is also where you are. So it looks like the snake is running after you and trying to attack you. When in reality, that is not what a snake is doing at all. A snake will never, ever choose to attack a human. It's just not in their nature because they're more scared of us than you are of them. I know that's often an adage that grandmas will say to us, and especially I have a fear of spiders. I know that that is the case, but I can't get that out of my head. I am more scared of them than they are of me. But with snakes, they are just trying to be defensive and keep themselves safe. So they will always, regardless of context, choose the path of least resistance. There is just a chance that that path is where you're standing. So if you take off running, or if you think you're wary and looking at a snake going, oh, what should I do? And it starts coming towards you, it just thinks it's its safest way to make it out of there alive. It's not chasing you. The fifth and final myth of today's video, I could probably do loads of videos like these, considering the amount of myths there are around snakes and reptiles generally. But probably the funniest myth of today is that snakes drink milk. There's a belief, particularly those in the agricultural community, that snakes will latch onto the udders of cows and drink their milk, which is like a childhood story that you told your mates when you were bored one day. Because I can absolutely promise you, snakes do not drink milk. They are carnivores, so either eat mice and rats, as you will most typically see in captivity, birds, or in some more interesting examples, you get egg-eating snakes, where they will eat eggs. But I can absolutely promise you, your cows are completely safe. And that's everything for this video. So, look at this little guy. He's not aggressive. He's not going to chase you. If you have a mouse or a rat, you might be like, oh, give me that, please. But no, there's so many myths around snakes and reptiles generally, which I do understand because they're more unique and not everybody has as much experience with them. The problem is when those myths end up harming animals, which sadly is often the case because snakes in particular are killed a lot for being aggressive, when in reality they're just trying to survive. But they are absolutely fascinating animals, and hopefully this channel will show that over the coming months and years to come. But if you have enjoyed it, please let me know. Please leave a like and comment. Let me know any other videos you want me to make on this channel based around reptiles, because I will just end up doing it. Please subscribe if you do enjoy the content. And from me and Rex, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.